Welcome back, episode 3, White Noise. Got your boy D White here. We are excited to chat about the championship, the parade, Derrick's teeth. We've been excited for this episode since last week when we teased it a little bit. We're going to tell you some stuff that probably the public doesn't know much about. I don't think that they would or should. So
No chance.
lock in. This is going to be a good one. Let's start with regular season playoff run. For those of you that can't remember, it was obviously 2024,
2023,
2024. 64-18 regular season and 16-3 in the playoffs. Not a lot of losses. Pretty much steamrolled the regular season and then steamrolled the playoffs. Give me your thoughts on that. What was that like?
It was fun, obviously. Winning is fun. Winning solves everything, and so like we were just all coming together. We all had one goal in mind. Like every day, like how can we get better? How can we get better as a team? It doesn't matter what we do in the regular season. Like it's all gonna be about what happens in the playoffs. And so the whole time, like all the wins, all the big wins, everything, like even like the losses, and like everybody's like freaking out and like, oh, we lost a game. But like we knew what the goal was. We were just so focused on that goal that we didn't really get up. We didn't really get down, and we were just that single mission. How can we keep getting better? How are we gonna win in the playoffs? And like we did what we had to do.
You had the 1 seed in the East clinched for a long time. I don't know the dates. I don't remember exactly when it was. But a long time. There was still a lot of regular season games left, to my memory. Same for you.
Yeah.
What was that like to just? I mean, it probably wasn't hard. Just foot on the gas, that goal in mind. But did it change the landscape of that remainder of the season in those games? Did it change the difficulty to get up when it's a back-to-back or whatever it is?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's a little bit of like a human element. Like, oh, we already got the 1 seed. But like I said earlier, like we knew what the goal was. Like we didn't set out to be the 1 seed. We didn't set out to, like it didn't matter what seed we were, honestly. And like that's kind of like the mindset we had on. Like Joe said, like it takes what it takes. Like it doesn't matter if you're the 1 seed, the 2 seed, and so we had that mindset of it's gonna take what it takes. It doesn't matter what we do right now. Like we gotta continue to get better. But we want to be playing our best basketball in the playoffs. Like we want to be healthy, obviously, and but even like when guys sit out, like we still expected to win. Like the standard is a standard. Like there's never a game where it doesn't matter if 7 guys are sitting out. Like we still expect to win that game. And we got to find a way to win that game. And I mean that was the mindset then. That's gonna be the mindset now. And it's gonna be forever our mindset.
Yeah, I love that. Playoffs, 16-3, 3 losses. One of them being in the finals. On the road. What was that like?
It was kind of strange. Like we're up 3-0.
Yeah.
And like we lose the game 4, and that was just like kind of a little bit down. Like I remember, like you were in Dallas, and like my parents were in Dallas, like my wife, everybody, and like after the game we lose, like I go out there and everybody just kind of like quiet, and I'm like.
I left. I think I went to dinner. I was like, "I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'll see you in Boston tomorrow. I'm going to dinner."
I think you did leave, yeah. But everybody was kind of quiet. I was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "We were up 3-1."
Yeah.
Like it was weird because like winning obviously is like you're an NBA champion, but I was like, it's just 1 loss. Like for that's how I took it. Like obviously you wanted to win. Like you don't want to you don't want to play with your food, and like anything could happen in any series. Like we found that out like a year ago. And so, but like I went out there, everybody was kind of quiet. I'm like, come on, like we're good. Like we are in a great spot. Like
back home.
Now we get to go back home, take care of home court. We can win on home court. And so like, it was like, obviously you wanted to win. Like I went to the arena. I was like, oh, like we're going to win here. Like that's like how like my mindset was. But like, it was like a humbling game like basketball is. And you go back and see what we did wrong and make the adjustments, and
it worked out. We're going to get into that game a little bit more, but I just wanted to shed some light that I had really good seats to Zach Bryan. Really, really good seats to Zach Bryan the night of the Dallas game. And
Do you regret going?
I had a great dinner afterwards. It was cool. It was my first time in Dallas. So it was cool. I do not regret going because I know if I wouldn't have gone, you guys would have closed it out and I would have missed that. And I was doing everything possible not to miss that moment. But yeah, I had really like very, very expensive, very close Zach Bryan tickets. Yeah.
Next time what? Zach Bryan comes to town, I got you.
You got me. All right, cool. That was a public commitment. I like that. You were shying away from the whole summer league thing last episode. So I like that we got that one. We couldn't sell our tickets. We said, F it, we're going. We pulled up, obviously a blowout. I don't regret it, just for the record.
Yeah.
But you do owe me Zach Bryan tickets. I'm glad that we could hash that out here live.
I got you. A lot of people did fly out to Dallas for that game for me, and then they're like, didn't need to do that.
Yeah. I think it was a blessing in disguise. I have a much different perspective on winning a championship than you do, but I think that why would you not want to win it on your home floor? And you guys went on your home floor, and it was magical, and we're getting there. We got to slow down.
It is interesting, though, is like we lost on our home court to Golden State.
Yeah,
and
I was there for that as well.
Having them celebrate like on our court, like it like didn't sit right with us, and so like kind of having that on someone else, like we celebrated on your court, like that would also be cool. But 100%, like after winning Game 5, I was like, I'm happy we did it in Boston.
I think that we need to talk about your teeth. Walk us through. Everybody saw it. We've seen a million replays. We've seen all the photos of you. You know, the crazy smile. Give us your perspective on the whole, from start to finish, what happened. Not finish, but just.
But yeah, I see the ball. It's a loose ball, and I'm just like, I gotta get on the floor. Like This is the finals. Yeah, I'm probably doing it in game, but anyways, I'm diving, and I just feel like and as soon as it happened, I was like,
it's Derrick on Derrick crime. It's crazy.
Yeah, for real. But as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, my tooth is gone. Like I thought my entire tooth was gone.
Just one.
Like this whole, like I put my tongue up there and like I couldn't feel anything. So I was like, my tooth is gone. So when I went to Pat, I was like, my tooth is gone. And then he was like, no, it's just chipped. And I was like, so I've chipped that tooth like when I was in like 8th grade, and like I've chipped it numerous of times. And so I was like, oh, we fine then. And so like from that moment, I was like, okay, like let's get back in. Like I didn't like sit out anything. And so I was just it didn't hurt. Like I could feel this chipped, and I could feel this tooth like super wobbly. Like I was like moving it like with my tongue. But then I was like, all right, this is the Game 5 of the finals. Like I'm not missing this. So I just kind of got back out there and playing, and like one of my favorite moments is hitting that 3 like right after that. And like looking at the bench, like I was like, "Fuck that tooth, man! Like we don't need it. We don't need it right now." And like that's one of my favorite moments. And like there's a picture of it, and it's like one of the best moments from that. But yeah, and then one of my low moments though is so Peyton subs in for me. Yeah. And so I just go straight to the locker room because I'm gonna go see the dentist at halftime. And so I'm in the tunnel when Peyton hits a half-court shot. And so all I hear is just the crowd.
I forgot about that.
And I'm like, what happened? Like, I'm just walking in the tunnel. I'm like, what happened? Someone's like, Peyton. I'm like, oh, he's unbelievable. But, like, in my mind at the time, I just thought, like, because there was, like, 2 or 3 seconds left. That he got the ball. He dribbled down, like, shot it from, like, the three-point line. And made it. And then, like, when I didn't see it till the next day. Like, he shot it from half court. But, like, just hearing the crowd from the tunnel, like, I was just like, why didn't I just stay out there and just, like, kind of wait those 3 seconds?
Bro, imagine.
But I was, like, trying to get to the dentist and trying to get my tooth, like, looked at and everything. But that was, like, one of my biggest, like, regrets.
Yeah, that's tough. So what happens when you get back and you sit down in front of the dentist?
It feels like forever. The dentist is looking for stuff, like...
And wait, this is a team dentist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like lay down and he like looks in my mouth and the first thing he says goes, "Oh, this isn't good." I'm like, What does that mean? That's like the worst thing you could say to a person.
I thought I just chipped it. I'm good. I've done this before. Yeah,
this is not. He was like, this is not good. And then he was like looking for like a mouthpiece for me to put on, and I'm just like,
you wearing a mouthpiece?
don't give me a mouthpiece. Like I'm not. I don't want it. I'm not gonna use it. Like I'm telling Paul this. I'm like, Paul's like, I know. Like I'm like, I'm not gonna put it in. So don't even give it to me. And then like, so I'm literally in the dentist chair, the entire halftime. So there's like 1.5 minutes left, and I get up, and I'm like, all right, whatever, forget it, like let's go. So I'm walking out, and I walk out with Joe. I'm like, what'd you talk about in the locker room? He's like, I don't know, just win the game. And so I'll just go out there and we play, and I didn't really think about it too much, except when like people would ask, like, let me see your tooth. It's like really because they didn't see me in the locker room because I was in a different spot. So that's when JB's like, ooh, you ugly, like all that kind of happened, like, because that's the first time they actually saw it.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it was just like the way it was chipped was jagged, and the final diagnosis was broken bones as well, right? You broke all the bones in your gum line.
Yeah, so I fractured this tooth. Next up, actually the one that got chipped was my healthiest tooth.
Right.
So the one next to it my gum got fractured. I chipped that tooth. The other one, like my tooth was fractured like in half.
Yeah.
There was like another thing, like my gum. A lot of different problems were going on. But I was just like, whatever. At this moment, like it does not matter.
Okay, so the iconic picture of you like grimacing and kind of like showing the tooth, you were showing it to Hannah in the stands.
No, I was actually showing JJ Redick.
Oh yeah.
But like I did, like, because she's always right behind the bench. Like I did show them, like my parents right there. Like I was showing them, but they like didn't know. And I was like, my tooth is gone. Like when I was telling them, my tooth is gone. And like, no, it's not. Like what? Like they couldn't really understand what I was saying. But when the picture is like, I was showing JJ Redick.
Yeah, because they were talking about it. And did you hear him? Did you hear him when you were like walking by talking about it on the broadcast? No.
How would I hear him? I'm on the court.
Well, I mean, you're walking by close enough. You could hear what they're saying.
Oh, no, I can't hear him.
Hannah texted me. We were sitting away from Derrick's family, and she texted me, and she goes, he just said all his teeth are gone. And I'm like, what? All of his teeth are gone?
I literally thought my tooth was gone. Like,
crazy.
I was like, my tooth is gone.
For the timestamp, Derrick broke his face on the floor Monday. This is going to be important for later. All right, talk to me about when the buzzer goes off, confetti goes off. For me personally, that was the second loudest experience in my life I've ever had. It was deafening in there. So much confetti. We got confetti right here from the floor. So much confetti, so loud, family swarming the floor, so many people coming out on the floor. What was it like for you?
It's unreal. Like you just see the clock going down, and like you're just jumping. Like I'm excited. I'm talking to Drew. I'm like, this is why you're here. Like this is why we brought you here. Like, and then like the buzzer goes off, and then like I'm gonna go talk to Dallas. Be like, good series. Like pay my respects. And then I'm like, where's my family at?
Yeah.
So as soon as that happens, like as soon as I talk to the people of Dallas, I like turn right around, like head towards the bench area. Eventually find my wife. She got Hendrix, who is probably like, he's 1 at the time. Or he just turned 2. No, he's 2. He just turned 2. Turned 2 like a month ago. And like I find them, like there's like a video of it, and it's like one of my favorite videos of just us meeting. Like Hendrix is looking at the confetti falling, like he's like, oh, confetti, like he's so happy. I find my dad, find my mom, like give them hugs, tell them I love them. My mother-in-law's at the game. Hannah's grandma's at the game. Like I'm just hugging everybody, like hugging all my family. And then like the media circus kind of begins.
Crazy.
Someone's like, hey, we need you to do this. And so like I'm carrying Hendrix. Like I do this interview over here. Then they get pulled over here. Like, we need another interview. And then they're like, all right, we're going to get up on the stage. Then you finally get up on the stage and kind of like relax, kind of like still looking around like we did it. Like, I'm a champion. Like, this is crazy. And like just embracing this whole experience at once. And just being on that stage, like I'm just up there with Hendrix. Like, look at this confetti. Like like he's seen confetti in a book and he kind of liked it. So I'm like, look at this falling down, and like just having that moment with him, and it's something that I'll never forget, and it was really special.
So much confetti. I like remember seeing all the confetti in there, and it was the most confetti I've ever seen in anything. And that process takes like from the buzzer sounds, you talk to the Dallas players, you find your family, you get on the stage. That's 20 minutes.
It feel like 5.
It's a long. It's quite a. It's some time.
But it is a process. Like they gotta bring a stage out. They gotta do a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a long time. And I remember you told me it was like hot. It was like hot as shit on the stage, right?
Yeah, it is hot up there. And I hadn't got a shirt for a while. Like I was on the stage, I was like, I don't have a shirt. Like someone give me a shirt. Like I need a shirt. I need a hat. Like I need this. But yeah, it was hot up there. But the stage was a lot of fun. Like really just all of us and all our families.
Yeah, it's cool.
And like everybody kind of had their family there. It was really a fun moment.
Yeah, it was a really cool moment. So then from the stage, you kind of disperse. I had at that point, by the time the stage was up, you were on the stage. Myself, my wife, a couple of other friends, we had made our way down. We were like kind of by the bench, and you guys went straight into the locker room. And what was that like? Like, what was the energy like as soon as you guys got off the stage and you get back into the tunnel, and it's just you guys?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Popping champagne, like well, I'm trying to figure out how to pop. Like how do I do this? Like trying to figure it out. Like it's just all of us just in this one moment, kind of just celebrating. It seemed like it went by like that though. Like we all kind of celebrated, but then like like the media circus kind of begins right after that.
Right in, yeah.
So like you had that little quick moment, and then they're like, "Do you want to do media now or do you want to do it later?" I'm like, "I'm gonna do it now because I don't know what I'm gonna say later." And so I went straight from like that to like just different interviews. Like I had to do like a podium. You got to do this little group. You got to do a couple like I don't know, probably like 6, 7. And then when I finish all that, I go back to the locker room, and it's just a bunch of like media and like a bunch of people here and there. And so I'm like, I just did media, like so that's when I went back out to the court and found you guys, and that was a great decision on my part, I think.
That was great. He came out lip crazy swollen, like huge lip, like dried blood in his gums, teeth looking. You guys have seen it, crazy. Drunk. Bro was drunk.
I hadn't eaten nothing.
Yeah, I mean, think about playing an NBA basketball game, sweating out everything in your body. You haven't had pregame meal for like 4 or 5 hours before that.
I couldn't eat if I wanted to eat.
For sure. Yeah, you couldn't really eat.
I needed a smoothie or need something.
What was your pregame meal before the championship?
I have no idea.
Something soft. Had to be like.
Good question though.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Good
question. Comes out and he is like cloud 9, just like champagne going through his blood.
I got the champagne.
Had a huge bottle of champagne, just hands it to us. We had a good crew out there. We got some good pictures of us right after the game.
Yeah. I also saw like my son in the hallway, right before he left.
Yeah, because it was kind of a turn and burn he went back with your parents. No.
With Hannah's mom.
Hannah's mom took Hendrix back. You and your parents stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. And we were waiting, right? Like we knew, okay, he's either doing media. We're assuming he's doing media. So we're kind of on the court. It's buzzing. The media circus that he's alluded to, it's like the whole court is covered in cameras and media and everybody just standing there giving their, whatever, play-by-play presentation, their live feeds or whatever. So everything's pretty roped off. We're like right at the corner, right where the Celtics bench is. And when he came out, he was just like, I'll never forget that. Your like smile was so crazy. You were like bopping, you were skipping, had this big, like not even the normal size bottle of champagne, like the biggest bottle of champagne, like a Magnum bottle of champagne. We just start passing around. Everybody's jumping up and down. Like everybody's just getting hyped. Great moment. And then I think at that point we hung out there for a minute and then you're like, let's go back. And we went back into the locker room. And at that point, from my memory, media was kind of out of there at that point.
Yeah. So like, I remember going out there because there was a lot of meeting there, which was fun. There was a lot of like nothing could have like rained on the parade. Like it was a lot of fun in there. Even when they were there, like I was still like like there was a lot of people from the staff and like a bunch of people in there, like just kind of running around. I don't even know. It's kind of like a blur, honestly, but like, but then like going out, like seeing you guys and like hanging out with you guys. And then I was like, let me go back to the locker room. So I went back in there and like the media kind of like slowed down. I was like, no, I'm going to bring them all back here. Like I'm going to celebrate this with like with my people, like with the team. And that was like, I didn't know if I was supposed to do that or not, but like, I just kind of wanted to do that. Like, especially like my dad, I'm like, Dad, you got to experience this whole thing. Like, you grew up in Boston. Like, you grew up a Celtics fan. You grew up cheering for every Boston team. And so, like,
the locker room, and you've seen it before, they put the huge plastic sheets in front of everybody's locker because it's popping champagne, everything. And then just picture
just a bunch of tequila bottles around.
There's
Shout out Sincoro.
There's crazy tequila bottles. There's crazy champagne bottles. And then there's these tubs. So, like, think about a storage container, like those extra long ones that you can buy. I don't know, 5 feet long, you know, like a plastic tote. And they're full of ice water and every drink imaginable. Different types of beers, different types of seltzers. Like, name a drink, it's in there. And people are just dipping their arms and they're grabbing whatever comes out, like spraying it, chugging it, pouring it on people. D. White's got his...
got the goggles on.
The goggles on. And it was just a free-for-all. Like, whatever you want to do. Music is blasting. They're just walking around, passing out cigars. I have a cigar still in the wrapping that we're working on framing up a bunch of final stuff. A little late, but they're just handing out cigars. Everybody's smoking cigars. Everybody's dancing. I feel like there was a lot of friends and family in there.
Yeah, at that point, there was more friends and family.
Yeah.
And you remember, I was giving out cigars because I had kept... So JB gave us cigars for the 2022 run. So it was like, it says on the top, like, energy's going to shift, like this and that. So I had kept it in my locker from that moment. It was like, when we win, like, I'm going to give these out. And so...
Forgot about that.
I like dug in my locker. I was like, hey,
he was under the plastic.
Look what I got. Yeah. And I was starting giving us, I don't do cigars, but like, I was just like, you want this? Like, it was like a cool moment for me. It was like, we got over that hurdle. We got over that hump. And this has been a reminder for 2 years of sitting in my locker of coming up short. And now we are successful.
It's crazy you remember that in the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
you saw it every day. Like, it makes sense that you remembered it, but it is crazy to think about that you remembered that in the moment.
I think like the goggles might be my favorite part about the whole thing. Is like, because you like dream about, like, you just picture champion, like, got the goggles on, like.
Bro, I would tell you, I wanted a pair of goggles on my head so bad. They're so like, you can barely see me in that photo. We'll put one on the screen, but they're orange lens. They're like super fire, like ski
I wonder
goggles.
where those goggles are.
I was just about to ask you. I haven't seen them since.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe in the Boston house.
I gotta ask or I gotta look. I mean, yeah, I have no idea.
I don't think I saw them after we left the locker room. So, locker room was amazing. Like, energy was as high as you could imagine. Everybody's having a good time. We're having a few drinks. And then we started hearing these rumblings. Kara was like, what is Kara's position? Describe Kara.
Kara does everything.
She's like,
she does a little bit of everything.
Anything you need, you just ask Kara, and she'll either get it for you, handle it for you,
or
find
Kara.
someone.
I love you.
Kara is amazing. She handles a lot of the Celtics family when they come to games or whatever. The sweetest, always has an answer, always has a solution. Also loves you. I mean, you guys have a great relationship, I would say. She's the homie. Kara's like, at this point, impossible job trying to, like, not end the celebration, but kind of move the celebration. And she's basically telling players and anybody that's in the locker room, like, okay, like, shower, change, we're going to go to the club.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It's like, at this time, like, nobody
showered. It smells like ass in there. It smells.
I don't know.
Like, there's 10 guys in there.
Ankles taped. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, you're in your jersey still. Okay, yeah. Before I go here, I'm really, my only regret, if I could go back, hindsight's always 2020. We're gonna do this on the next championship. The candid photos, this one right here with your family, we didn't take one with, like, the friends. Like, you had to leave the locker room, go into this other room. They had a green screen set up, and you could take a photo with whoever with the trophy. And we didn't take one. And I'm like, oh, these photos are, like, timeless, like, so dope. We have a ton of amazing photos, but we don't have one of those.
Yeah, no. But
so next chip.
This is actually after this, because, like, the actual not the game, but, like, this was like in the practice facility, but it was a special moment. But like looking back on it, like if
Should've
you
went
look
in
at
there.
all my pictures, like I don't smile on one of them, and like I'm like, and like that's kind of like something I always think about is like, man, I wanted to like smile, like
Big
I'm so
smile.
happy,
Yeah.
like you could tell I'm happy, but like I just couldn't smile because my tooth is like that's all you could see,
They're gone. Yeah.
and so like yeah, for sure, like
We got to
the
get
green
another one.
room and everything is that's
We
what
had
we're
this
working for. That's
conversation.
what we're working for.
We had this conversation off camera a couple of days ago about we were kind of preparing for this episode, talking about the championship, talking about the memories, and how it's not going to be the only one. We got to get another one speaking into existence. There's going to be another one in this career. And one thing that I will remember and not forget to do is take one of those, like right after it happens in that room. And you took some with your family. Absolutely. But I'm like, let me sneak in there with my family and my boy and like, like my son and
I was actually the last one to go into that room.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't even know that was a thing.
right.
They're like, you haven't done that yet. Like so, I was like one of the last one, and like luckily I was able to do that with like my wife and my parents.
Great photos.
But yeah, like, we gotta get everybody in there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, back to Kara. Impossible job. Everybody's like just going crazy. No sense of time. And she's like, okay, this isn't over. We got to move the celebration. We're going to the club. And I vividly remember Jaylen Brown being like, okay, what time is the bus coming? And she's like, there's no bus. We're walking. And he's like, outside? Right now? We're going to go outside? And she's like, no. It's here. And everybody is baffled. Like, I don't think anybody in that locker room, maybe a couple of staff, I don't know. Most of the players, us, so confused. There's a club here at
no
TD
idea.
Garden. So everybody, starts to hustle. Derrick's like, I'm going to go shower real quick. Everybody goes and showers. Everybody's changing. And then tell them how we walked from the locker room to a nightclub without leaving the building.
Yeah, I don't know where it was to this day. Like I could not get to it.
Could not get to it.
But I did not know that was a thing. I did not know that was in the garden. I still don't really know if it's in the garden, honestly. But yeah, so it was cool. Like we took the elevator up, and they kind of like walked us around, and then like we just kind of walked straight to the stage, and then like they like kind of gave me the mic. They're like, "Oh, you got something to say?" I'm like, "Do not have me do public speaking. That is not my thing."
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get better at that.
That was when
everybody.
JT was like, guess we'll never know.
Yeah, all that. But like we had the trophy. Like I was just like, yo, let's just keep celebrating. Like
It's crazy.
get me off the stage and like let's get going.
So like painting the picture again, it's like a nightclub. So we took an elevator, we took a staircase, we walked over something, took another staircase down, and then we're in this nightclub. And it's a stage, there's sections, there's like a main dance floor, there's a huge bar. And I have no idea where I am. I haven't had very much to drink at this point. I have no idea how we got here, if we're underneath, if we're above, if we're across the street, we took a tunnel. I have no idea. But it's a massive nightclub. It's packed. It's packed. We get in there. All the players are on the stage, kind of passing the mic around. Music's going crazy. And we're kind of just waiting. Everybody's recording. Obviously, everybody's on cloud nine. And then as soon as you guys finish the stage, they kind of walk each player to their own, private section. They're all close together. So like we were in a section with KP,
JB's people.
It was blurry. We had a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
We were kind of just bouncing around between everybody. Like Derrick would go talk to this person. We like had some great chats, like very late night. We probably there till 4 in the morning.
And then like, they got like pizza, they got food there.
Everything's going.
And I'm like, I need to eat something, but like I can't. But it was a lot of fun. Like my parents went to it, which I was like, you guys really gonna come? But like they were there, and like it's just like I had a really cool like moment with my dad in that like setting, which is kind of crazy to me, like looking back on it. But even my mom was like having a great time, and so but that was a lot of fun. Like a lot of food, a lot of drinks, a lot of just celebrating this moment together. And like I think that's the coolest part is like everybody's here, everybody's together, everybody's families. Like like we ain't do it alone, and so like everybody's people was like all here together, and that was the coolest part.
And it was like one of those nights you could feel the energy. You just didn't want it to end. Like you could see, like I would like check my phone. I'm like, man, it's 3:30 or it's 4:30, and I had my son was very young at the time, and he was sleeping at Derrick's house with all the kids were sleeping in your house with Hannah's mom, I think your nanny was still there, or whatever. We're like, we got like, I have to get back. Our son is gonna wake up, and we have to like take care of our son. It's getting later and later and later, and obviously, Derrick wouldn't. Didn't refuse one shot. Anybody, trainer, assistant coach, player, like everybody you can imagine.
Never turned down a shot.
D White, like, let's take a shot, man. Champs, like we're champs. Every single shot. So my guy
How could I?
I'm not judging you. I am commending you. Like epic. But there was a time where we're like, we don't want this night to end. It has to end right now. We need to go. We get home, obviously crash out. I mean, that's a bad phrase. We didn't crash out. We went to bed. No crash outs.
Crashed out in bed.
Amazing night. And then we wake up and it's Tuesday morning. And my wife and I wander downstairs. Derrick is laying on the couch. His whole family's around him. Like, we're still buzzing. Like, the energy is through the roof. He's hurting just a little bit. He's rallying, but he's hurting just a little bit. He's horizontal at this point. And the first thing he says to me is, pack your bags or get your shit or something like that. We're going to Miami. And I'm like, okay, for how long? When are we leaving? And this is probably 9:30, 10 in the morning. He's like, plane's at 11. And I'm probably messing up the numbers, but this is just the content.
Might have been at 12.
Mine at 12. It's late. Maybe 10:30. It was late in the morning.
Plane was at 12, yeah. But it was probably like 11 when I said this.
Yeah, it was
maybe like 11:30. Like, we were late.
He goes, till Thursday. I don't know. We'll be back before the parade. So I'm like, okay. I got my wife. I got my 6-ish month old son. We got like all the gadgets for the baby. We got all our stuff. I'm like, we're going out to Miami for 2 nights or 3 nights or whatever the math is. Like, we need to pack all of our stuff. We pack our big suitcase. We get it together. Our other homie comes over with his suitcase. And Derrick's like, Hannah, pack my bag. She's like, of course. Like, I got you. Bags are packed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Derrick didn't leave the couch this entire time. We're frantically packing. Hey, he's the champ. He can stay, okay? So I'll let you take it from here. We are late.
Yeah, so
we get in the car.
So we get back to the locker room and everybody like knows it says like Miami.
Oh yeah, okay.
Miami, 12 o'clock.
Rewind.
And like I'm like, is that a real thing? Like I didn't know if that was like real. Like it didn't catch me by surprise.
So the whiteboard in the locker room read Miami flight 12 o'clock.
Yeah. And so like I was asking like, is this real? And then like people were like, yeah, that's real. Like we're going 12 o'clock. Like you got to go. And I'm like, okay. Like then I'm like asking everybody like, are you going? Like I'm trying to figure out who's going. And I hadn't really committed at that moment. And then like I'm just laying on the couch. And it's like 11:30, and like people like texted about it, and I'm just like, I have to go. So like I text Kara. I'm like, Kara, is it cool if I bring people? She's like, do what you want. I'm like, say less. And so that's like when you guys get out, I'm like, pack your bags, let's go. We're going to Miami. And they're like, how long? I'm like, I have no idea. Don't ask me no details. I know nothing. But we're going to Miami, and so like. Everybody's like trying to pack super quick and like get going. Like we got all these bags and we pull up to like the flight at like 12:30
at least.
Yeah, and like everybody's like waiting on us. And
we can't see anything though. Like we don't know if there's people on the plane. We don't see anybody, anything.
And then like we just pull up. We got all these bags. I got all these people with me.
I got a baby with me.
Yeah. And like so we get on the plane. We eventually get on the plane and like I walk in and it's just staff and like the players on the front, like in our normal seats, and like the training staff, the coaching staff. And I'm like, oh, I thought everybody was bringing people. Like I thought this was what everybody was doing. And they're like, no. Like I was like, well, all right, you guys go in the back. I'm gonna sit here in the front. Like I'll see y'all later. But that flight was actually a lot of fun. We were holed up, but like it was a lot of fun.
So when you get on their plane, so you walk out, it's obviously like picture like a big United plane, but it's different on the inside. It's the Celtics team plane or whatever. You go out to like a private airport and you kind of just walk out onto the runway. And I wanna be very clear here that there's myself, my wife, our good friend Repine, and his fiance KJ, and Hannah. And my 6-month-old son following Derrick across this runway with these big ass suitcases. And we didn't know this at the time, but the entire team and staff and coaches and players and anybody involved with the Celtics is already on the plane, looking out the windows at us, wheeling these giant ass suitcases across. And when you get on the plane, well, first we walk up to the security and they're like, "Who are you?" And we're like, "What do you mean? We're with Derrick." And they're like, "No, who are you?" And we're like, "Well, do you need our IDs?" So they're running a security check on us, blah, blah, blah. They finally tell us we can get on the plane. Derrick at this point is like, "I'm getting on the plane. You guys go right. I'm going left." I'm like, "Okay, all right, later, whatever." So we're standing out there. It's super hot. I mean, it's basically, it's the summer in Boston essentially. And they're like trying to hurry us up so we get the baby on the plane. When you get on this plane, you walk up the staircase. To the left is like where all the players are. It looks cool up there. I didn't go up there. It's cool up there. It's nice, comfortable. Good vibes. You take your first right, and it's all like the head coaches and all, whatever, whoever. Joe was up there. And then the next section is, I think there's one more section where it's like assistant coaches. And then the last section is basically 2 first-class seats on both sides. Goes all the way back for 15 rows, whatever. That's everybody else. The training staff, everybody that makes the Celtics go. That's where everybody else sits. So we have to walk through the entire plane. And I'm walking. We're leading. It's us, and my wife is holding our son. Baby, like 6 months old. And JT is in the aisle with the trophy. And he's kind of like squeezing so we can get by. And my wife gets to him. She's holding our son. And he looks her up and down and is like, "Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Let's go." Just like a crazy moment. And she like didn't. She's frozen. She's like, "Hi. Congrats. Hi. Bye." So we get to the back of the plane. We have to walk through. It was like the worst walk of shame. I'm tracking this whole thing as I walk through every aisle of the plane. There's no other family or friends on this plane. It's only staff. I'm like, this is terrible. We're late. We brought these big ass bags. It turned out to be great. Everybody was super nice to us. Everybody treated us great. Everybody was obsessed with my son. Derrick brought the trophy back from the front during the flight. Crazy experience, but just the whole thing leading up being an hour late.
Yeah, we were super late. Yeah, too much bags. I was the only one. I really thought everybody was bringing their people, and like that was like I was like, oh, my bad. But hey, Kara said you can do what you want. So
shout out Kara. Thank you, Kara. You gave my family a unbeatable experience by telling Derrick he could bring people on the plane. It was amazing, incredible. I'll never forget it. But I kept saying like big ass bags because I heard through the rumblings. I'm friends with some of the training staff. Paul, shout out Drew Moore. I heard him saying they were kind of like chirping me a little bit. And they're like, "Man, the memo was a carry-on." And I'm like, "Man, the memo, we're not even supposed to be on this plane, let alone know what size bag. We're thinking we're going to be here till Thursday."
I did not read it. I was like, I know we're going to be back before Friday. I know that. So this.
Yeah. So anyways, everybody just had like a backpack in the carry-on. And we got these bags checked under the plane, but irrelevant. We land in Miami. Everybody gets checked in, and there's a dinner planned.
Yeah. Well, the first thing we do, we all go to the bar.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
We all go to the bar. You guys didn't go to the bar. Like, just the team.
Yeah, we were kind of like on the outside. Everybody was kind of on the outside.
But, yeah, the team and the coaching staff, like, we all went to the little bar in the hotel, and everybody took a shot together and kind of like...
Joe did a toast, right?
Yeah. I can't remember what he said, but he did say something.
Something good, some memorable.
Yeah, something Joe Mazzulla like. And then we did that, and then they're like dinner at 8:30, like right across the street from the hotel. And so
yeah, that was cool.
We all went back to the rooms, kind of changed, and then went to the dinner. And the dinner was just like great energy, like just this big table of like all of us just like going over the season, going over stories, just laughing, having fun. Just passing the trophy around, like we're all in the corner, like the whole group in the corner, just laughing, telling stories. Like the coaching staff is just everybody is in this moment, in this group, and a lot of food, a lot of drinks, and a lot of good times.
We were at dinner for probably like 2+ hours, and then what was really cool about this restaurant, I can't remember the restaurant name. But it was basically like almost like a greenhouse vibe extension off the restaurant where they put everybody. It was kind of like a private room, but it was like a greenhouse. And then it had this whole outdoor like garden area with fountains and all these seating out there. And the party kind of moved from dinner to out there. And I remember, I think Joe and his wife were feeding you wine.
Yeah, they killed me.
That was poison.
They
What was the last thing you needed? It was some red
I think
wine.
he just gave me the bottle too. Like
You fell in a bush. You.
I know. Oh, I don't know. I was told. But yeah, it was so Joe gives me the wine. I'm like, all right. Like I'm drinking it. It's like Joe, I'll do anything for you. That's what I think that's what I told him. But I still tell him that to this day. But so I'm just drinking it. Like I've been drinking tequila this whole time. Then I switched to wine and but yeah, just drinking wine, talking with KP, talking with Joe, like talking with all the coaching staff, like everybody just kind of having like different stories throughout the year and just kind of reminiscing, like celebrating this time. And that was actually a lot of fun.
That was really
outside
fun.
falling in the bush.
Would you sit in a chair and it like broke, or you?
I think
I
I
can't
thought
remember
there was a
exactly.
back and there wasn't.
It was like a bench.
Yeah.
Leans back straight into the bush. It was that was really fun. Like everybody's experienced those moments where the party moves to like a patio or out back or whatever, wherever you're at. And that was those.
I wanted to be
vibes.
known like my tooth is still chipped at this time. Like I have
Lip.
not gone to the dentist and
Lip is huge.
everything is still rough. But I was like, I have to be here for this moment and kind of enjoy it.
So we're Tuesday. Face and teeth are still broken.
Yep.
Unattended to. There's a lot. Miami, we had a great night. We bounced around to a couple different places. Celtics set up a bunch of great stuff. Fast forward to the next day. Left early morning, mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Get back to Boston. So
A
it's
very quiet bus ride, a very quiet flight back to Boston,
The
as you
flight-
can imagine.
Actually, you said something. You said the flight to Miami was really fun up in the players section. What were you guys doing? What were you guys talking about? Were you playing cards? Were you telling stories?
I mean, I was bouncing around the whole time.
Yeah,
but,
you were back and forth a lot.
But yeah, like people were playing cards, telling stories, laughing. Be able to just go in the back and like kick it with you guys.
That's cool.
I remember like when we landed, like JT's like standing holding the trophy and like me, JT, and like the coaches were just talking, like having like telling stories, and so like just kind of just a bunch of laughs, just kind of going up and down. It was just a lot of fun.
Energy was.
I don't
great.
think I sat down much in that whole flight.
Yeah, you were because Derrick was in the very front of the plane, and we were in the. I think we sat in like the last two
back,
rows.
yeah.
So he was back and forth a ton. Yeah, that's cool. I was just comparing that to the energy on the flight back home. Silence almost. I mean, everybody celebrated.
I didn't get up on the flight back home.
Yeah, we didn't see you.
I stayed in the front and just
I
slept.
think my eyes were closed for the majority of it. We got
Yeah.
really lucky. My son slept. Everybody slept. It was an amazing trip. It was a 1-day trip for those of you that were paying attention. You said we were going to be there till Thursday. We did not need the massive suitcases with 3 different outfits and all of our toiletries and all of my son's gadgets to have him sleep. So
That was my bad. But
it's all good.
all we need is one day.
The 1 day was more than enough. It was epic celebration. So we get back to Boston Wednesday. We won the championship. I don't know why I'm saying we. Championship was won on Monday. Miami was celebrated Tuesday. We're back in Boston Wednesday. Teeth are still broken. Face is still broken. We did nothing Wednesday.
Just flew back to Boston and lay down.
Horizontal. We got horizontal and we chilled.
Yeah. Recovery.
We got some rest. Fast forward to Thursday. Walk us through your Thursday. You had a lot going on.
Thursday was a hectic day for me. So I wake up, probably like, I don't know the time for everything, but I wake up and I go to the dentist. So that's the first time I go to the dentist. Shout out Boston Dental. I go there and they're like telling me all about my teeth, like what's the long term thing, like what they're gonna do now. And they're like, all right, for this trip right here, our goal is just to make sure you can go to the parade, like you can smile, you can eat a little bit and like just have a good time and not worry about your teeth. Like there's obviously a longer story and I had a lot going on after that, but they're like, all right, we're gonna just do this here. And then so I'm at the dentist, I think for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And so like my top lip is numb, like they're just doing a bunch of stuff. They're like basically just gluing my tooth. They put like a fake tooth on there and they're gluing it. And so I leave straight from the dentist to I don't know where I went to, but I shoot the Sam Adams, like Derrick White buys a duck boat. So
Shout out Sam Adams.
Well, I love Sam Adams. Derrick
wish-
White ale.
you know what,
We
I
need,
wish-
we need, we need to get some Derrick White
You know what? I
ale.
wish we had a Sam Adams right here, right in these cups.
We'll get one here soon.
Yeah, we need some Sam
But
Adams in here.
so I go straight to there, and like my top lip is still numb, like, and so I'm like, I tell him like, it's like my top lip is numb. So like some stuff I can't say. Like if you like watch the beginning of like that commercial, like my top lip is numb, and I'm like, I buy a boat, and I'm like struggling through this, and like as it goes on, like my top lip is like becoming more normal. Like I'm able to talk more, I'm able to talk better. But like the beginning, I was struggling. Like there were some things they had me say at the beginning, and then I had to say it again at the end, like to actually say it correctly.
Right.
But
Once the swelling had went down.
but yeah, then I did the Sam Adams commercial, which was a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun, and that was probably like an hour or so. On the driving the duck boat, like doing a bunch of stuff
Did you really drive the duck boat though?
in the water. Yeah.
Not on the road though. Like
No.
getting it in and out of the water.
No, I drove it in the water when there was nothing. But like there's a part where I was like, I think I'm gonna crash, and like that wasn't on the script.
Yeah,
Like
was it?
I was legit like telling our PR person, I was like, I think I'm going to crash this. Like that was like 100% legit, and they put it on there. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I did that, and then finally I go back home, and then that's when the kind of it kind of like started. My tooth started falling out of my mouth.
Okay, so we're eating dinner. You got back like mid-afternoon probably?
I think I got back like 2-3 ish.
Yeah, gone basically all day, which was a blessing. I don't think I moved from a 5-foot vicinity that whole day. So I was getting recharged. We sit down to eat dinner. We got Derrick's parents there, Derrick's mother-in-law, my family, our friends are there. Chef hooked it up. An amazing championship dinner for the champ, of course. And he's like eating his food, and he's sitting across from me, and he like looks at me kind of crazy, and he's like, my tooth fell out. And I'm like, what?
It didn't fall out. It's falling out.
It was like hanging. So his like canine tooth was like hanging down. And this is just from chewing, eating. He had just got like a very temporary solution put in a couple hours before. So I'm like, okay, let's finish dinner. Text Boston Dental. We're going to go back to them tonight. And I remember sitting at the dinner table, and I looked at him, and I looked at our other friend, Red, that was there, and I said, we're going to get drunk tonight. I'm like still riding the high from the championship. Like, we're going to do something tonight. So we're like, okay, like, shout out our amazing wives. Shout out the amazing in-laws, your family. Like, they're like, cool, we'll take the kids. Get him to the dentist, and then they knew we were going to get into something.
But it was the craziest feeling. Like you literally, like this tooth was literally just like falling out, and like every time I like said a word, I could feel it like on my lip, and I was like so uncomfortable. Like I was like in a bad mood. I was like, it's falling out. So like Boston Dental opened up for me, and then like
Late,
a bunch of people,
9 p.m. probably.
they came in and they put in more glue. They pushed it back up, and like. It was so uncomfortable at that time though. I was like so upset. Like I'm just like, ugh. But then they put like more stuff on it. They put more glue, and then it was good after that. But I was like just so uncomfortable. But then like that's kind of how the whole night began. And then I was like, the F1 thing is right across. Like we should check it out. Like we had never went to that little F1 arcade before. And they hooked it up. They gave us a little private room. It was just us three in there, just driving. I got a win. Repine got a win. Did you get a win?
This is crazy. This is crazy. I was getting my bearings in the F1 car. By the time I got my bearings, him and Repine decided that they wanted to drive the track in reverse and run into me. So I was beating the computer the entire race, and I'm getting slammed into by 300-mile-an-hour cars going the wrong way. And so technically, I got to win.
Did you get a win?
I'm a slow learner.
Technically, did you get a win? No.
That's so crazy.
Technically, no. You did not get a win.
Move on from F1.
And I had a great time. I got a win.
Shout out Brisbane.
It was actually a lot of fun, actually, the F1 thing.
It was really cool. They treated us.
Tough.
It's hard. There's a learning curve. Thank you for admitting that.
I actually got through it quicker than you because I got a win.
All right, whatever. F1 was really cool. And then we got a text.
It was Brizzy's birthday.
Right down the street.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Yeah, like I didn't know. Well, I knew it was Brizzy's birthday, but I didn't know like that he was gonna be out. And like we were just at the F1, and like we were really about to go back home. Then I'm like, yo, they're really like 10 minutes away. Like we gotta
Bro,
just
we
go.
walked.
Yeah, like we just gotta go pop in and like
10-minute
say
walk.
what's up.
Yeah.
And so like we walked down to the, I don't even know where we were
I
at.
don't even know what the place is called.
But then yeah, we were there with Brizzy, celebrating Brizzy, happy birthday, and we had a great time there. And then that closed, and we're like, what's next? What's next?
Encore, man. We're just riding these vibes. Champion. We have had some pretty fun nights at Encore. Going and gambling a little bit, having some fun. So there's some history there. We won't get into it on this episode, but we end up. So a lot of that history is with KP and our good friend Repine. They had a crazy night on the craps table. KP had never played. Lots and lots of money were won. So what he didn't say was, in the club, it's 1:30 or 2 and they turn the lights on because they want everyone to leave. The lights turn on, and about 5 minutes later, we see KP and all of his boys walk in to the club when the lights are already on. And he looks at our homie Red, and he makes the dice motion and like goes like this to him. And we're like, cool, let's go. So we end up going to Encore. We're with KP. Having a great time.
Great time at Encore.
Great time. What were we playing? Blackjack?
Yeah, blackjack.
Playing a little blackjack.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
We left in the green.
And then you like look at the clock and it's like, oh, it's 6 o'clock
a.m. So now it's Friday.
Yeah, Friday morning.
So
I'm like, yo, we just got to go straight to Prest.
Shout out Prest.
Prest Cafe.
Can we shout out Prest?
That was my spot. Straight to Prest. And so we were eating like 6:30. We're at Prest, just eating. Like everybody's like waking up, and like we're just still continuing the night, eating breakfast, getting coffee, and we get this big coffee. We bring it back to the house, and my mom's like, "Oh, you guys got up early and got us coffee. That's so nice." We're like, "Mm-hmm."
Oh, sorry, Colleen.
Sorry, Mom. But yeah, we got everybody coffee, and I was like, I looked at him. I was like, "Bro, we can't sleep. Like we just have to just." Like if you go to sleep now, like you're gonna be down. So like we have to just keep going.
We had to leave the house to get to the parade.
Like
8:30. So we're back at the house by like 6:45, maybe close to 7. And it was crossing our mind, like, should we go sleep for 20, 30 minutes? Should we go close our eyes?
We gotta just go. And then so I was like, all right, we're cool, we're going. Like I'm getting the kids, I'm getting them ready. We're gonna head down to the garden, and we had to be there a certain time, and like I'm having a good time. Like I'm in the locker room with the guys when we get there, and like cool. I'm still having a good time. Like they're giving us shirts. That's when Matt gave me the Nobody Cares shirt. I'm like, oh, this is fire. Like I gotta wear this. Like so the energy's good. I do some media stuff, which is basically all about my teeth. And then like we go to the little interview in the garden, and that's when I'm like, I'm tired. Like this is like kind of hitting me. Like this.
You guys were all sitting on the floor.
Yeah, like, this is hitting me. I'm tired. It's like I don't know how y'all doing up in the stands. I know you guys are tired. But
that lull, because it was probably an hour from when we arrived. Derrick was back in the locker room talking to media, and then they finally came out, and then they did 20, 30 minutes of like questions to the team where they were all sitting on the floor. But that entire time, all the family and friends were sitting in the stands. And I was hurt.
I'm sure.
I was hurt, man. I was so thirsty. I was so tired.
KP was late. That's the reason why it took so long.
Yeah.
He was stuck with the people. KP's a man of the people. He got stuck with the people. It happens.
Yeah, so that was rough. And then it was like everybody was hanging on. Like me, everyone in the stands was hanging on because we knew we were about to go out to the parade.
Start the parade, yeah.
All right, talk about that. Talk about walking out to the staging area of all the duck boats. That was cool.
So like I'm tired of this moment, but like we're all heading down the elevator. Like I got all my family with me, all my friends, and so they're like, "You're on duck boat." I don't know what the boat we were on, but shout out Sam Adams again. They had already loaded my boat with Sam Adams and everything, and so I was kind of excited. And so like I get on, and like one of the big things I was like, I want to hold Dax for the beginning of the parade. because like Dax wasn't at the game because he was just so young. So I want to hold him. It's like I'm holding Dax, and we get on the parade, and like as soon as we like left like the little garage area, like I was not tired again. Like the energy was just unbelievable from the moment we started. I was just like immediately up, like celebrating and holding Dax. Like I got a picture of like me and Dax on the duck boat, and like that's something that's like really special for me. And like just you look left, sea of people. You look right, sea of people. Like especially at this moment, the beginning, like it's nice and calm. Like I'm celebrating with my family. Like all the kids are up there, and so it was like a really like cool moment. And like I was tired, and I went from tired to like an unbelievable high. And that was just the beginning.
Just the beginning. I said earlier in this podcast that when they won the championship and the buzzer sounded, it was the second loudest experience I've ever had. When we left that staging area for all the duck boats and we turned that corner onto whatever the main street is right in front of TD Garden, I've described this to many people as that the crowd roar was, you could physically feel it, like hit your chest. It was so loud. And the craziest thing is we were on the duck boat for an hour.
It never ended.
It never got quiet. It was never a lull. It was like the loudest thing you've ever heard. Derrick was, so the way the duck boats are is there's like basically an upper deck and it's kind of just open. There's no seats, but you can kind of sit on almost like the hoods of it. So Derrick and shout outs for you were on the hoods, and then everybody, all the family and friends were kind of in the middle. Then there's a lower level with actual seats and windows. So we started with the kids up top, and then it was like immediately like Boston rowdiness. People are throwing shooters up, beers up. So I get the kids out of here. Like beers are coming left and right, like skying over us. It got like a little crazy for some kids to be up there. We talked about the Sam Adams being loaded on the duck boat. I don't know how many 12 packs or 6 packs or whatever they were. There was almost unlimited beers is what it felt like. And we were just cracking them, spraying them in the crowd. We would point at somebody, throw them a full beer. It'd be like a college kid on like a light pole, catch it, smash it on his head, like chug it for an hour straight.
It was like it's unbelievable. Like I don't know if you can really describe it. Like if you're in that moment, like the videos don't do it justice. It's just like so much love, so much support. But it's like you look left and it's unbelievable. And then you're like, oh, there's an equal amount of people here on the right. And like they're throwing stuff. We're throwing stuff at them. Like we're just celebrating. Like we're spraying them with champagne, spraying them with beer. Like it's just, and like we're just throwing, like everybody's just kind of having a good time. Us and Svi's people. And like
talk about your dad catching the fireball.
Nah, I catch the fireball.
Oh, you can hand it to him.
So they throw a fireball, like someone throws a fireball, I catch it. I look at it, I was like, I'm not drinking this fireball. I'm like, hey, Pops, here, take this. And he was like, my dad doesn't really drink like that, like at all. And so like, he was like, kind of like looked at me and I was like, take it. Like, and he was like, bro, no face. He took it like I was like, oh, okay, Pops.
I remember I looked over while he was taking it. I looked at you, I was like, what?
Yo, it caught me by surprise.
That was dope.
Like this is the energy there everywhere in the
That was cool.
The whole energy of the parade was just unbelievable, and it's like I don't know if you can really describe it. I don't know if you can't really duplicate it.
Yeah.
Like anywhere else. I just like winning in Boston is so special, and just to be a part of a team that has won in Boston and being part of that legacy, and like. That group of people like knows winning. Like Boston knows winning, and to win in Boston it was really like so special. And like you don't really know it until like you're in that moment. Like playing in TD Garden, playing in front of them is like one thing, but like the parade, it was just like I could never imagine that before.
You say Boston knows how to win, but they like what comes along with that, and I think what you're alluding to is that they know how to celebrate. Like the city was out. The city was out. I can't remember exactly. I think it was over 1 million people. I don't know. That seems a little crazy.
Felt like 5 million people.
It was crazy.
It was unreal. And
I remember at the end when the parade kind of finally ends, and then basically the duck boats have to drive and get back to TD Garden, like the back way, and all those people chasing the duck boats for blocks and blocks and blocks. There was people chasing it.
Yeah, they're just chasing it. throwing stuff like, "Can you sign it?"
Yeah.
I'm having you sign it and Red sign stuff. But it's just like they're throwing so much stuff. I'm like, I can't sign all this. I want, but like they're
And this
just
is somebody
chasing,
sprinting
they're just
behind
running,
the ball. Yeah.
and like the energy like never ended from the
was
beginning to the end. And that was a day that I'll never forget. And like everybody that was on that boat, like will never forget. Well,
Yeah.
maybe my kids because they don't remember it, but
We'll remind them. We'll
Yeah.
remind the young boys with pictures and videos. We kind of bounced around the rest of the day. We went to a couple outdoor spots. Had a great time. We're just enjoying the day because by the time the parade ended, it was like noon, 1
Yeah.
o'clock.
yeah,
So we had the whole day.
Yeah, then we
we
get
ended
to
up-
like 8 o'clock, like 9 o'clock. We
Yeah.
just be like,
Kind of ran out of battery.
yeah,
Like, it was a
ran out of
long day.
battery, but it was a great time. Even like the post parade, like just hanging out with Peyton, like and like
That was
his
cool.
people.
Peyton
and,
kind of like hosted a small
Yeah.
group of us
It was-
at his
it was a lot
spot,
of
and
fun.
it was a lot of fun. We had a good time there. Saturday comes, I'm like, I gotta
nobody did anything
I gotta
Saturday.
go, man. I gotta go home. I flew back to Colorado with my family, and then you wrapped up your time in Boston with the Red Sox game.
Yeah, it was that might be one of my like obviously the praise number one, but like a sneaky like favor is like just spending time with the Red Sox because like I'm a big baseball guy.
Huge.
Like my dad's a diehard Red Sox fan, like grew up like that. So like to be able to go into the clubhouse and like just spend time and I'm spending time with like Alex Cora and like he's showing us the batting cages and like Jaron Duran's in there hitting. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Like the game is about to start in like 30 minutes and like they're just here just kicking it with us and like we're all just in there like just celebrating and like talking and like telling stories and then the game starts and like we all go up to his suite and like the game is unbelievable. I was having a great time. Like my dad's there. Oh, actually before that, like we threw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
And like that was the first time I've been on Fenway and I'm like I grew up watching this and like just the history of Fenway Park and like to be on the field. Like I was like, this is so cool. And, like to throw out that first pitch with like JT, JB, Al, Drew, KP. Like it was, I think I threw out the best out of the.
You
the
held
6 of
back
them.
though. I've seen you throw a baseball. You were like,
I throw another first pitch and I held back again. I gotta trust it.
it's high risk, high reward. You gotta let it rip.
Next time I throw out a first pitch, I will not hold back.
Where do you want to throw out a first pitch? Where do you want your next first pitch to be at? Say it right now.
I mean, Fenway would be great again, but I mean, I'm from Colorado, so like Coors Field maybe that would be pretty cool. But I will not hold back in this one. I'm just gonna let it rip and like what happens happens.
Okay, we're gonna warn the catcher.
I'm a baseball guy, so like I should be able to do this.
Okay. All right. Coors Field, Colorado Rockies. You have the celebrity all-star. Were you MVP?
Celebrity game
MVP?
one of the best things in my life.
Sitting right here, Colorado native, NBA champion, Olympic gold medalist. This is a formal ask. Can we get a first pitch in Coors Field? This is a lifelong. You grew up going to Rockies games.
That would be fun.
Come on, man. I think
yeah,
maybe we can.
Fenway Park was. I mean,
That's great.
So much history.
Totally.
And like that was the first time I went to the Green Monster and like just being up top there and like spending time there. That was so much fun. And like our suite was so much fun. And then like some people started to leave and like me and my dad stayed the whole time. And for them to win on a walk-off, like it was so fun. Like I'm holding the trophy like on the Jumbotron. It was just like one of my favorite days, like especially like my dad was there. My dad was able to go into the clubhouse. Like my dad is like
He grew up a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my dad's just geeking the whole time, and so like I think that was like really like special, like that my dad could be a part of it too, and kind of just enjoy that moment, and he could kind of like get those things that he probably dreamed about when he was a kid that he can do now, and so that kind of made it more special, and But yeah, them winning on the walk off was electric. And I had a Capri Sun. It was so much fun.
That's crazy. No, bro, the Capri Sun. And then you flew home a couple days later.
Yeah, I flew back to Denver. I think Wednesday.
And it didn't stop, man. Yeah. What a cool thing to hear you speak about something that is. There's so much to it, and I think that the Boston Celtics community saw a snippet of what was going on what you guys were experiencing as players, getting to hear you speak about what it means to you and your family, I think is so cool. And
yeah, I mean, I think that's just the coolest part. Is just like I had all the people that kind of like started the journey with me.
Yeah.
That like see me at the D2 year, like to see me as a red shirt, and so for them to like celebrate this at the highest of high, all my family's there, like everybody that I'm close with, and it's like to celebrate like throughout this whole week was really special.
yeah, I feel very grateful to be a part of it. It is something that my family will remember forever. And I don't know, man, I'm looking forward to the next one.
That's what we work for. That's what we work for.
I'm looking forward to the next one. This was amazing. I love the insight, and I think we put a pin in it, and we go round two whenever that second ring comes.
Well, I'm for it. I'm all for it, man.
All right, Colorado Rockies, call me, man. Shout out Boston.
They
Shout
should
out
have
the
you throw out
community.
the first pitch too.
Me? I don't. There's. I'm gonna have to sign a liability form for the catcher because I'm throwing a heater.
You might have signed a liability for him for like the second row because who knows where that ball's going.
I don't need to be out there. I would like to see the clubhouse, but I think Colorado Rockies, man, call me. You got your Colorado guy here. Other than that, anything else you wanna add?
No, it was a special time.
Special time.
It's good to relive it, but
Felt good.
it's time to do it again.
Do it again. Lock in.
Got to work, and it ain't easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah. All right.